Hello Blender folks, welcome and welcome back. I'm Gnomes and we are continuing with our spaceship, starship, spacecraft, whatever modeling thing and shading and whatever architectural developments. So the way it is going now at this point, hold on, soundtrack is better, right? Here we go. So the chat, yes, I'm making some changes here. Now the chat is here on the left. I think it's less, yes, maybe it's worse, I don't know, but it's easier to read the chat for me, so there's disadvantage. Alright, so basically this room last time, this sort of rest living room became a place, like not a corridor, but we can say like a way to get into the deck, which is down there. Actually it's there all around. If we look from the solid, yeah, it's not very good to, let's see then, what about wireframe? Yeah, not very good. Also the vision here is not very nice, but if we entered from another condition, like, yeah, there's this corridor, it was this one, it was here. Now I'll have probably to duplicate this thing to get it back. So let's duplicate or make linked. I think duplicate, because this gives us opportunity to... Alright, it's still suffering from a boolean, no problem. We just ignore that for now. It will be a bit difficult to get it back to the correct position, but... or maybe not. I just don't know what is the... how to make it match now perfectly. At least it's centralized, so that is correct. But for other settings, it could be... oh, we see there's some issue there. Yeah, so oh, maybe it just needs to go interpenetrating, right? Alright, so well, maybe it won't match perfectly. I need to find a way how to lock these things to make it modular, right? Because this was not really made having as basis the how do you say, the grid. At the end I got eventually lost, so we cannot use the grid. So I should be able to reset this in some way, like for this place here. So alright, so we have the corridor here and it has array, but we don't need that. Then if we go on the other corridor, however, what we'll have, actually this is animated. We cannot animate with the... Alright, so of course this is just to see the effect of the shading. So here we enter the deck, the sort of a control station, and here we are not having the effect that I wanted, and also it's too dark everywhere. I need to make some work in here. Where is this sun, by the way? Yeah, so my idea is continue the developments of the deck here, make the connections here, we'll explore whatever is necessary, we'll try to close the holes, make this connection between what is organic and inorganic. I want to make some mountains things, maybe some waterfalls, river, stream, right? Very bizarre thing, but interesting for alien spacecraft. Why not? Maybe some plants would be nice. So not just mechanical stuff, right? Artificial stuff, but also some natural stuff. Some crazy idea I had as I was making this. And so what I want here is what I wanted. Okay, lights. Yeah, so I have a light here that apparently I need to be selectable, but I don't know where it is. So maybe I'll need to, okay, here it is. So maybe it's not being enough for some reason. So let's make a test here. So this is the light. What if I put it inside there? At this point it would be good that I have some cameras that would be like, oh, apparently you got more light here inside. It's still somewhat dark though. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the position of this light. Maybe it's something I did to the render thing here in EV, something related to the shadows, high depth, I don't know that. This I'm not really sure how this works. So, but then this, oh, I remember. So this relates to some, this one relates to the sun. So this one is very important, but alright, so all these pixelated effects, I got it to know it had something to do with this, but of course I'm not planning to use the sun here, sunlight exactly. Light threshold, what is this? I think this will affect all the lights, so this is dangerous. Yeah, so my idea here is it's too dark to work in this fashion, so maybe I need to ignore this light because it's creating some issues, right? And we'll leave this, even we don't have any sunlight right now. So let's try to cast some, yeah, something that I need here would be, a long time I didn't thought about this strategy, but actually we need some cameras to use to give us some locations, easy spot for navigations, right? So for example, I could have a camera here, and let's try to, yeah, let's add a camera there. It will be like, so I'm gonna go directly to this control, yeah, I changed the command, the shortcut, so I won't do that by mistake, so that's great. Control Shift Alt 0, numpad 0. Alright, so now this becomes my camera object, and now I'll call this camera deck. So it's an extra camera. Just thought about this, I think this is used for projects. I'll Alt numpad 0 so I can leave the camera object. It was traveling alone. Let's get it somewhere like, yeah, actually let's go inside it again. Let's navigate with the navigator, the walk thing, and see if we can place it somewhere like, I would really like to be able to switch between all the cameras I have in the scene, literally the scene. So okay, so this camera can stay here, Alt 0, let's Now navigate. No. Alt 0. Now let's navigate. The camera is selected, I think. Need to unselect. Okay. No. Okay, so Alt 0 again. Alright, I think something is wrong about this command. It's like it's not working. View, camera to view. Alt numpad 0, that's correct. So I need to see. So toggle off. If I moved here, okay. But then if I fly, it flies with the camera. Okay, even though it is not selected. Okay, I didn't know about that. So, okay. Let's leave that camera there. So there's a new camera object. I want perhaps a collection just for cameras. So cameras, because as we build this large place, will be required. Maybe there are other ways to do this, but I'm not sure. Do I have any other camera? There's another camera here. Can I select? Yeah, I can. Then Control Shift. I could just go to camera, right? It will be like, currently I'm using Control Alt numpad 0 to go to camera. No, this is wrong. This is not the command that I meant. This is actually bring the camera to where I am. What I want is to become this camera, so it's the first one. Is the one that is dangerous to use. Set active object as this is very dangerous to use, so this is why I've made this. So, but this will bring me directly to that camera, which I placed there. So let's put Alt 0. Let's navigate here. I didn't know. I don't need Alt 0 if I use the walk. So this other camera we can, yeah, place here for now. This is certainly not very good yet. Yeah, I'm remaking this. There's possibly I will even space this more. Like this, like a. Okay. And I need to make a wall here, maybe with some glass too. So I'm considering how I'm gonna make this thing in a. I have many references, so I'll gotta be checking them all. Okay, for now let's leave. So this is camera living room, I think. How there's a name for that. It's the I don't remember in English. So living room for now, but it's not what I wanted. So then I think it's just this. Click here, then. Alright, so this is how we navigate. Ah, we're getting better at this. Alright. And no. Yeah, okay. So, I could also get a camera right behind it. Why not? We can have plenty of cameras. So this is for now. Let's get this. Yeah. So camera. Oh, what? Just Control Alt 0 to bring the camera where I'm at. Here it goes. So now if I fly, the camera didn't really go to. Oh, now. Okay, something strange is happening. It's like I'm in the camera, but there's another. Oh, I've changed the camera position. Okay, I did something wrong, folks. My mistake. So let's bring this back here. Yeah, let's give it this look. It's kind of okay. So this will be like that. Okay. Get out of the camera. Then on this camera, camera space behind whatever back of the ship back. So here we got, now with this selection I want to, okay, I think I need first to, because this is the active camera yet, so I can go directly to there, but before I need to make this the active camera. So I'll first get into it, get out of it, and Control Alt 0, so now I bring the camera exactly where I want. And then yeah, so tricky things, but very practical if we get used to it. So this will be, and so there's a lot of, imagine for a spaceship like that, that I don't even know the size, right? There are a lot of things to develop, right? This could go like big. I don't intend to do it very big because I'm sort of out of ideas for all the places it requires, right? So let's start to make this useful. Let's go inside. There you go. And now we can navigate and see. Okay. So there's a problem here of this technical problem here of what is problematic. Oh, we have the grid here, but it's too dark. So how to avoid this dark grid? Okay, just go on this mode. So what I need to do here perhaps is to start, yeah, we'll do this along the grid, or maybe I did this already. Okay, so this will be smart to do at this time, right? I don't mind really, I don't really care about redefining these things, but let's the spacing of that, because we're gonna change it. Like, you see, it's too short. I want that to be really larger, and so we can explore making even more scenery inside this place, so it will be way more interesting than what it is now. Like, it's going there and it ends. Okay, that's cool, but what if we have really a theater here, right? And maybe even this corridor might not be required. Or maybe it is. I like the idea of making like a theater. I don't know, I just got this crazy idea. Like, it could be that the question is, so I have another idea that maybe this would be the level of here, but I've already discussed that the major entrance would be here. We need some stairs here, or actually I was planning for some stuff like here, folks, like some crazy extrusion here, like to the front, and this will meet eventually some of these flying saucers. And we're suffering with the lighting, right? So it's too dark. I need to address this. So here, so I can make this even a glass, so that will be like crazy, right? But to start with, let's make a, yeah, so what I have in mind here would be to, let's make some subdivisions here. Then I want to make part glass, part, actually let's, alright, so this is not, okay, let's try this. Delete this one. I have a material glass, which is transparent glass. Although it's EV, it could be improved. I don't know how to improve it, so for now, so I leave it like that. You see that I don't really want these faces here to be like that, so maybe what I need to do is like scale them, something like that, right? Very tiny stuff like that, okay. And the material is also not interesting, right folks, so maybe I could get some crazy wireframe here. And actually I got the idea, maybe what about the surroundings here? This is too calls too much attention, right? So let's leave it alone. That is strange enough, so not confusing also. Let's try to simplify them. We cannot select all the materials from this because there's things everywhere, so unless I selected, yeah, we can actually, if I just select this and unselect glass, then I have the material. So here we can do like something, whatever I have here to play with. Yeah, I don't want to make this very appealing, so just a metal simple here would do. And so this is not enough because as you see the flying sauce actually is too low. The first one in the middle, there's another top here which is larger, so in principle we could consider that the first thing to be larger, yeah, should be this one. Yeah, could get some interpenetrations there. I don't see it, or just get it like maybe we could just give a special final for this part. Maybe some extrusion forward, I don't know, something that will I like okay, why not something like that? Alright. I really preferred holes there with magnetic or some forces, invisible forces, right? So okay, this rechanged some of the ideas I had here, so maybe here this is also in the center, right? So this will be in the top right of that, so let's change this position. So this one in the center that is smaller will become centered but more in the some mysteriously, I don't know, behind, something like that maybe. In the center, maybe lower than the side ones, or just right on the top, I don't know. No, let's get it like at this point I should be using my Boolean thing, so we can hide the covering part and see how things are. This is covering too much. here's some effect with glass. We see that it's too dark. Maybe this could be... Yeah, there could be more, not depth necessarily, but more... This could be much... go further away, the glass, yeah. I feel like this part is too small currently. Yeah, so let's consider that. But what is most relevant here is that I really want to get those lights correct at this point. And let's try to make glass from the light from here. So let's pick this, add light here as... What is light probe? No, this is I don't. So there's a sun spot. Usually I was... Maybe this is the good point for area, or a point to give a generic lighting, all because this is a rounded place, right folks? So maybe here it would be ingenious to have some sort of crazy lighting. Where's my light? Here. Okay, of course it cannot be anyhow. Probably it might make sense that this thing serves as those kind of lights, but then it wouldn't be a point, but more like some sort of... Let's give it a good... Yeah, but it's traverses. That is bad. Maybe it should be a cone, and I don't know why it is traversing. Ah, we see there's some... strange geometry going on. Oh, this is glass, of course, we're seeing behind, so no problem here. Okay, so I don't know why the light interpenetrates the mesh. Let's see if that happens to the spot. Well, the spot won't happen because it is just going down. At least not in... There is interpenetration if this traverse it, I think, but I'm not... Even of that I'm not sure. Well, now it's not having light. As soon as it pops, so it's clear that it is being blocked. So this is nice, but to get... This could be very nice actually, this kind of spot, so let's... What if I give this a very high light, and I need to give this very stupid radius, like size, yeah, radius and size. Oh yeah, now you're getting something. I found a new usefulness for this stuff, so good that they already have a light anyways. That of course won't be shining all that way. Now this light is too strong, right? So we'll call that it shouldn't be here, of course. So deck floor 1, no, deck. These names are even wrong, so this is not names for living room. I want to change that because living room is something. Living room synonym. I know it's a short name. Lounge, yeah, lounge. What is lounge? I don't. Saloon, reception room, parlor, front room, lounge. What is a lounge? Past tense, larger rooms. A public room, a hotel, theater, or club in which to sit and relax. Okay, that's a lounge. So I just don't know how this is in Portuguese. If there is a translation. Saguão. Okay. can work. Let's go back here, folks. I need to make sure if my transmission is correct. Sorry folks, now yeah. I think everything is right. I'm just being, how to say, yes, everything is right. I'm just being suspecting about certain behaviors of mainstream stuff, Windows, YouTube. They always try to force you into buying their stuff and whatever other things, even if subtle ways. Although they offer in exchange lots of potential and power, which is great. Not always fair the way they decide to make stuff. I think everyone knows that, right folks? So maybe that's why my channel doesn't receive too much. They think I'm a communist. So let's continue here to, yeah, this is really annoying. I don't know why this is happened to my scene. It probably has to do something about the lightings. When I turn off all the light objects, why this point? Okay, I was about to... Okay, let's turn down... Okay, certainly is something about the lighting. That I need to stabilize. So I've just added a point. Now this is a spot. So I need to create a new collection here, which we'll call deck. So lights, is there a better color for light except white? White seems fine for light, why not? Alright, that's enough. Then this is lounge. If I can fix this flickering or effect of the light, then this will be great. So light, we have deck, and we also gonna get lounge, and actually I'm going to mix all this into lounge because there are not many. There's no need to have so many distinction here, except that my lights disappeared. Yeah, put them in the wrong. So all this need to be changed. Because beforehand I thought that would be ended up being the deck. Of course it was a confusing idea, so I've decided to remake from scratch and start making a real deck. So here we have floor 1, floor 2, we can just get everything here. Deck, I don't launch global, so launch global cyan. Alright, spot cyan, I don't even know what is that. It's a point. It's a point. Okay, interesting. Point cyan. I like the light head icons there. Besides that, right? Well, they have, but you have to access. Oh, we see here. Now this is because it's a group. Or not. Anyways, let's bring all these objects here to launch. And then launch global, you can delete. Launch floor has nothing, you can delete. Launch floor 1 you can delete. And launch has got all these lights. So, okay, so if we turn that off, alright. It starts flickering this way. Maybe it's natural. Maybe it's something about my system here. It's really annoying, distractive. Okay, let's keep like that, and maybe 8 here. I know it's not relevant, so not much. Oh, ambient occlusion. This makes a lot of difference in the... Alright, bloom. Okay, this is very small. It's more for the emissions that I'm using. But I cannot focus. Then this I think is for the glass materials. Screen and scattering. Yeah, this is even better, right? But okay, so this is for these materials. Then shadows, soft shadows. Soft shadows create some problems, right? What about this? Well, we see that. You see how spiky this is. This is bad. This is acceptable, so let's leave it at that. Soft shadows. Randomize shadow maps origin to create soft shadows. Yeah, it's cool, the soft shadows, but there are some shapes there that are a bit strange that need to investigate further. Alright, then light threshold. What is this? Minimum light intensity for light to contribute to the glare. Okay, the more we have here, I didn't see really too much difference, so let's, yeah, I can see indirect lighting. Well, there's baking stuff, right? So simplify, not the case. Color management. Oh, this can be interesting. This is too radical, but I think filmic is some... When you converting image to display space. Raw is kinda interesting. But maybe it's not, yeah. In principle, I've seen people suggesting to use filmic for 3D animation projects. And then these, of course, these are very radical things. I'd expect to achieve such results with sequencer. This for there's no just filmic. Okay, I have no idea here. Have to study, but here basically I see that this glass sometimes reflects the tapestry there. This is not very good. So maybe this idea after all was not very nice. Okay, I know this makes no sense, so indeed it makes no sense. So let's just delete this for now. We'll find other ways to create this passage. Maybe with some smaller pieces like that, that will be ideal, but then not exactly with the same geometry, right? This is what annoys me. And I don't really have time for this now. I'll make it like a simplification, right? But of course this is not good. And then we could even go like yeah, I cannot make it because of the mirror modifier. In this case, I can't have one at the like doing a zigzag. That will be the ideal thing, unless they were made out of here. So for now, let's ignore this and just keep doing that, whatever. Okay, so I have one light yet, but what's happening here? Did I create a... What's this? There's a hole here, but... Something is weird, maybe it's... It's something that something is crossing there. All... Okay, we see there's a face there. Maybe I created a face accidentally. That is invisible. No? Or it's something about the boolean. Of some object or another. Strange things that can occur on occasions. Okay, it was the boolean. This boolean is different, folks. Oh, I remember this effect. Yeah, something about this boolean. I did that because then we can push this. Sometimes we want to hide top and the back part, so to have a direct look like that. So how to avoid, is there a way to avoid this light effect? This is something I want to find out. It's very important at this point. And I just cannot find... Okay, maybe it's a thing... It's not a thing of the... Could be something about EV. Ah, this is lights are not adapted to. Okay, no cycles here. Yeah, could be something about EV in relation. Okay, so point could be my shaders too that are creating some. So point gives that area. Area don't do that. Sun. Now sun is not creating that, although it's ridiculously powerful. Oh, now the sun here looks good. This some okay to start working. That's something like that I wanted, because you could have star light too. That would be like a sun. So this is I think this will help eventually. So suddenly things started to happen. So spot seems to be responsible for causing these errors. Maybe some aspects of the spots that I'm not aware of. Shadow could be this. I think by default it's okay, so it's the spot shadow, perhaps some clip effect, bias, no. Don't solve it. Clip start. Clip start. If clip start is too low, it's so it needs to be very far away in order to. Okay, but doesn't that generate interpenetration of? Yeah, we see how it interpenetrates. Okay, but at least we found some important settings here. And contact shadows. I'm not sure about this, should be useful, but we found the culprit here, folks. So it needs to be far away for some reason. At some, in this case, apparently very far from. Makes no sense to me though. Let's see if it's too close. No, it doesn't matter, it's just okay. What about other? Let's duplicate here so we don't destroy this work here. Sun doesn't, although I remember I had some issue with this. And point is okay too. Alright, so this is very good. We are getting upgrade finally in this. This means that all my spots are lights are, they are all spot except for this one. So deck entrance, whatever. Can I have my lights back here, please? Yes, they are here in the lounge, and we'll see that everything here is light is crazy, and some lights even are not showing because, well, maybe we need to. No, they are here, they are here. So what happened to my light objects? Maybe they are being affected by... So what is this? Okay, so this is deck. Neo, alright, this would be lounge, cross section. So let's make sure that this is enabled, boolean and lounge, alright. Looks like I've displaced the lights accidentally. Ah, I think I remember. I know how that happened. I was moving stuff around. They might not have been selected in the process. Fortunately, so floor 2. Fortunately, oh, they are here. All right. Okay, let's see now. They are... Yeah, fortunately their positioning was not completely disrupted, but we'll need to readjust that. And yeah, so here they go into the ceiling. So let's leave it like here. And now we need to particularly these ones aren't having the same effect, although they seem really weak. Is it because I'm having this as a sun that is that strong? No. Oh, they still have this one which is very strong. Alright. These... Oh, these are also badly positioned, I guess. Yeah, they got displaced, so... Did they? Now I'm not sure what was the logic of these ones. They clearly are incorrect. Right, left, okay, so they are not inverted. No, left, left, okay. These are correct, and then this and this. So maybe they just need to go up and... Oh, I remember where they go. These go here. Alright. Nice, so it was that. The problem is that I moved the block, everything, and I forget to make them this selectable. So we need to fix this stuff, and if I turn off all the lights, even if I turn off all the lights, my scene suddenly is lighter than it used to be, for a reason that I'm not sure. Probably is the filmic thing, right? Let's just check if that is true. Standard, yeah, standard, but it's very subtle. Not sure this will be going to be beneficial, but it might be a better start, although let's compare. We'll have eventually to create some darkness in some areas, but I'm not sure then how that would be done. Maybe dark lights, I'm not sure if our base lights is like that. Anyways, here we need to make these lights stronger. So launch, since we are making that, so floor 2. We'll start by the one in the middle, which is and clearly right now okay, now these ones are easier to fix apparently. We'll immediately see what they are doing. Okay, so they are spots, so they are the ones causing trouble. Clip start. No matter how much I clip, it still gets this crazy thing near the wall, near itself, right? Though not in the region. Yeah, so it fixes that as we get like clip start to around, I don't know, 5. But then it still has problem behind it. Maybe it just needs to be further. No. Alright, so how do you solve that thing? Well, we solved one problem, but that's not enough. In the worst case scenario, I already know, I'm just not gonna use these spotlights because they are too complicated. I was already suffering with the interpenetration, although lights crossing mesh. But that will be very sad because they are very cool. Here is just too strong for what I'm doing, so I'm trying to start subtle, right? Only for major stuff I'm gonna consider, like the one that I did there. Actually, I didn't. It was still a spot anyways, but used differently. Okay, so spot flickering light. Let's see that, folks. Blender spot flickering lights. How do you add flickering lights? How do you matters when? No, this is not Blender. Spotlight bug? I don't know. Trembling. think it's blink. Yeah, blinking. So EV, okay, close to this. In the viewport, okay. This is also related, but it's volumetric, it's another thing. No. Spotlights to stop flickering away. Cycle review. If you have soft shadows turned on, or they are meant to do that, the effect takes a moment to resolve, so appears to flicker in the viewport. You don't see it in a render, and if it annoys you, can simply turn off the spot until you're... Oh, alright. Great. Okay, so I'm not sure this is true, but we are assuming that this is the case. So we got to turn this off, and that would solve the problem. Well, no. Or maybe this is related to others. Okay, let's pick all these objects and turn off their shadow, getting them a clip start of 10 and turn out shadows. Well, no. Is there something left? It doesn't show when animating though, it's just when it's just on the viewport. So this seems to not be the case right now for some reason. Okay, so it is not this object. Okay, let's hide all of them. This last global one it still contains the shadow. There we go. So if it... Oh, this one, the alt didn't change the stuff that I wanted. So here this will be like having no shadow. So like we got the idea. Clip start. Alright, so basically it's so annoying, but then what about the... Yeah, we never see what's going on. This is dangerous. If I had something just to enable those things. We see the shadows are really bad, right? What about this kind of shadows? So maybe the idea would be really to turn off shadows. It could be. Okay, shadow off, shadow off, shadow off, shadow off, shadow off, clip start, shadow off. Alright. Alright, but our scene at least... it looks stable now. The spotlights are driven by the frame. It's just... Script expression, delete everything there, just add expression scene of frame, and that's a scene of frame, and then the rest is frame divided by 20 will make this lower, this, and the rest is about how it relates to the amount of the data here, because the value that goes in the slider button varies a lot, right, depending on the property. So in the case of power, I'd like to have whatever here multiplied by 20 plus 20, because this is scene. This is like looping, right, between 0, 1, negative 1, yeah, so with a plus 20 we'll guarantee this value won't get negative. So, and that's annoying. That it'd still be better just keyframe, but I'm making this to assess the quality, what we can do with the, right? So, same here, some effects here, all driven by some crazy stuff, by the frame that I'm playing right now. So, okay, we fixed a major thing for our scene. And yeah, fortunately, so this took some time until we figured it out. Here, let's get this thing to get into play. Yes, so let's go back to this selection. I think I have a camera here, camera deck. And the positioning of this thing with the light, the light is not very good. It's not centralizing anywhere, so unless I could bring this forward, I'm tempted to do this. And so this was a temptation that I was having, so let's try to do this instead. Okay, we don't need the mirror here to be seen in this part. This is very simple to do. I just must be careful to not deform my space sauce there, because they are actually, we'd better have them selected, separated as a separate object at this case. Yeah, because yeah, they are assets of the place, but they often get in the way, like now, and so maybe it will be better to just separate them. And we can parent them, right? We can just parent them to the main object, that's fine. Something I haven't thought about. Alright, and so also let's parent this to this. No, wrong. Let's parent this to this. Let's parent this to this. We parent all the lights, also this corridor, let's parent to this, and this corridor let's parent to this, and these lights here, well, we can do differently here. Lounge lights, all of them parented to this. And so here now I know that I've made changes here, so I believe so, and there's the symmetric light there. So how to solve this? I'm going to duplicate, then I'm going to delete, then I'm going to, yeah, there's a duplicate here. No, it's the other. Change the name, then we have the 3D cursor which you put in the center, so just go on mirror X global, there we go. Okay, so whenever I need to change them, I need to change them simultaneously, like what I'm going to do right now. So the power, now that I've made this change of the shadows, I need to use Alt to move them to, so I say they are moving simultaneously. So this is, we need to augment this size maybe, yeah. I want them to be illuminating. Yeah, this is good. Radius, that's nice too. Their orientation might be at this point. Yeah, so blend with the scenario. Oh, this is interesting. It was blends, maybe we can play with that too. So not so soft here at the beginnings. It is too soft. I like this light, how it develops there, but maybe this is dangerous, so let's leave it like that for now. We'll play with this as we keep developing those ones. Let's go back here and continue our planes here. Watch on the character, the shadows are picking like that. This we already assessed, so. Oh, there's another topic.
Inspirado no perfume das frutas brasileiras. Inspire e renove-se.
I wish like this. Okay, no, not the topic that we want. So basically, there's the interpenetration, a spotlight crosses mesh blender. EV light crosses. Yeah, this is might be very important. So just let's see, I could spotlight with volumetrics, but okay, don't have volumetrics, but the effect so passing through my mesh rendering. How can I get the light without my light passing through the mesh rendering? Okay. No answer? Okay. Why is spotlight coming to the mesh exactly? On EV. The scene, okay, not my case, but doesn't matter. I took a look at the project I was having issue, and I may have come up with something that screen space reflections. Volumetric. No, this is about volumetrics that I'm not using. Maybe spotlight relates to volumetrics. Start and by default, I think the volumetric starts 1 hour and it's done. Okay, I guess that the sample user should remember also. Turn volumetrics off. I don't even have this on. I think I had a similar volumetrics and I saw by moving the light further back away from the object is passing through, but that doesn't seem to. Okay. I think that's called light leaking. Ah, interesting concept. I wasn't able to find anything to solve a simple mock-up of the problem, but maybe you can. Two sources I found this relevant. Okay, let's save this for later. I took a look at the version solving image. Okay, so this is metrics, so change this. And thanks for the go. Okay, so I don't know here. We're gonna there you see. So apparently, if I have whatever object here. Hard to tell, I'm not convinced I'm seeing lights there interfering. Oh, okay, so good things here. Because I know now that this interpenetration has to do with this thing. So it's the sort of the scaling of this factor here. We need to make a test rate, so let's hide this and create some crazy cube here. Let's see how it interacts with this. Of course, if it doesn't have a material... Okay. So you see the interpenetrations. Okay, if you see the light on the inverse face, that probably means already there is interpenetration. Now I'm curious about something. This is just a crazy idea. Does, for example, an inverted face do anything? No, it doesn't block anything, just curious craziness, so not the case. Alright, so we see the spot interpenetration. So if we get here and change this stuff there, the size, I think, yeah, so this setting, this will stop the interpenetration, or maybe not. But it seems yes, because the problem is that the light becomes very uninteresting there, the spotlight. But oh, it still interpenetrates, so it doesn't do anything. Alright, so this was a mistake. Alright, so it doesn't do nothing, so let's get back here on the setting. So no size, no, so spotlight has a lot of issues apparently, at least in EV. So there we're pointing towards volumetrics. In render settings. Oh, it's not something to enable, disable. Okay, if I turn this off, volumetric, this is different. Okay, this doesn't do nothing, but it's okay. These settings are not related to, well, so it could be something here, right? It was this, but let's just play with that, see that, okay, nothing here. Samples, this might be for rendering, I don't know. Distribution, I don't know. Of course, we need to see here. I see nothing. So start, nothing, and end, nothing. So this didn't do anything. This light is so basic and completely annoying. It shouldn't exist. By default this is on. Screen space reflections. Turn off, nothing happens, so no, not the culprit. Okay, I'm out of ideas here. Is that even rendered? Okay, we can make a test here. I need a camera here. Let's become this the active camera. Let's start to navigate towards the spotlight here. Okay, we see that the lights are... we don't see very well, but yeah, we see very well. So basically, the flying cube is interesting. Not flying, orbiting cube, whatever. So spotlight is messy. How is this possible? How is it possible no one realized that? Spotlight interpenetration. Replace mesh into spotlight like objects. Should be something about this in the documentation. Yes, I think we have already read that. No more discussion. This is fundamental. Okay, so it's the same topic. There's some reference here, so you have to look at that. This is not the case, so yeah. There's a couple of ways to handle these problems in EV. Thicker geometry reduces the problem. Aha! The simple cube with the face deleted and a simple light behind the cube. The light could be inside the cube. It comes through the edge. How to prevent this? Thanks a lot. Try cycle render. Yes, it's okay, but I want to try EV. Yes. Yes, there are a couple of hundred. Okay. Thicker geometry reduce the problem. Increase the shadow exponent value on the spotlight makes the fade shorter. True, but we're not using this except on rendering. Adding contact shadow fills in the fade. Contact shadow. Aha. Good topic. This is very good. Very good. It should, however, be noted that contact are created with the depth map, and I don't know what's the depth map, and create undesired artifacts. Bad thing. I think might be that. This could be handled in a single shot, but if you render the sequence, it might be harder. Yeah, I'm gonna render sequence. The FVS mode shadow render generates a bit noise or shadow render that should be hidden. Or if you absolutely need to keep your general paper thin, you could add a tiny contact shadow. Here is where you find the settings. Shadow exponent, contact shadow distance bias. Okay, so this is why. And EV, viewport denoising, shadows method with. Okay. Okay, so I saved that. Great. So apparently this was the reason why this thing is not only simply a question of thick mesh. This thing don't even have. It's just a stupid face that. So this floor here Either I use it with some sort of... Yeah, I need to start, because of lighting and at least the approach I'm using to lighting, I need to start considering strange thing about the boolean, something I'm not sure to... Maybe I should have some organizations to be able to hide stuff that is not related to... Yeah, extra collections to hide just... Yeah, right now I'm concerned about this strange thing that I'm not sure what is... Object. Right, so union, solver options, overlap thresholds. This is strange, I don't know what's that about. It's difference, intersect, no. Yeah, the technique is with difference. Oh, maybe it's the mirror. Yeah, so boolean first, but whatever I do, often I get... Eventually I'll get problems, so I have to keep changing those things. So boolean even before the mirror? So there are some strange interactions sometimes. There we go. Okay, anyways, let's address here again. Okay, so I have this face here, and we need to make it the floor here. I'm going to extrude down. Let's try a thickness for now like this. Yeah, this is bad, but at least let's see the faces of this. So if I hide this, no, looks like that we get some inverted things anyways. Anyways, I hide this. Where's my extrusion? Okay, I think this thing has eaten the stuff. Looks like my mesh is completely wrong here. What's happening here? I think I moved the... Okay, now something really wrong happened here. As I did the extrusion, hope I can go back in time. There. So it's just a single face. Extrude. Extrude. It's not extruding. Right, what's happening? I'm on edit mode. Maybe Blender got crazy. Let's at least check the faces here. No, everything is okay. So, looks like there's some interpenetrations here. Yeah. A simple thing, so just maybe just move this back a little. Nope, hasn't solved. Ah, I forgot some vertices there. Good. Alright, so we are far from concluding this stuff, bros. Let's see. So what I need here is the yeah, so the extrusion of that face, and my Blender wasn't extruding, which is a very basic operator like extrusion. Okay, it works. So why it doesn't want to extrude this plane? Oh, it is extruding, or now it is. But it is extruding itself. Alright, so you need to perhaps duplicate, move down. Let's create some thickness, ignore whatever is below. And now let's see here. We want to invert here. Yes, then we re-enable the lights. And let's make sure that, yeah, this seriously this seems to be the same here, because if I hide it, yeah, so this doesn't protect. Of course it's not a box, so to avoid perhaps this, we can make into a box then. Why not? Well, actually I did it wrong, folks. There we're having some interpenetrations anyway, so okay, let's say this now. Where is my light? Okay. So no interpenetrations there. I think this is not the case of the critical case, because I already have geometry that protects. So this is like, so I can make the test in real time here, because there's already geometry here, differently from here where there's no surrounding structure here. As soon as I try to make some yeah, so here like I start to have some structure, but it's bad, so I'll have to create like this is the inside, right? I need to create an outside. This could be created with, yeah, technically with solidify modifier, but this is too confusing, right, folks? I want something really to... I'm not in position to create like the... All this I'm going to change anyway, so I'm gonna make a simplified thing here. Like a simplified hole. if that's the name. All this is wrong, so let's shift D and extrude whatever way. Then let's connect here. We're gonna collapse this in the clipping region. And well, the cube continues to be affected by the light. Which is bizarre. Of course, this is not closed geometry, so maybe that's why. But to close this at this point will be complicated because you don't have, you don't have connection. So this is why this is annoying. So okay, let's try here then. Extrude Y. Extrude Z, extrude Y. I had no idea this was so important, so now I know. Extrude Z. And this would connect . Yeah, maybe I'll have to connect everything, so leave no open area here to make this this geometry it cannot recognize the hole, something like that. Okay, this is experimental anyway. We're gonna, and I have never, I don't remember when I had to deal with that. So yeah, we can just perhaps just close here very roughly. Can, yes, even do this like this at this point. I don't think this will... the cube still getting the light. This is very, very odd because it worked on one way and it didn't work on other ways, so it's very... Well, fortunately, maybe there are too many differences between... There's something about the strength of the light, of course. This one probably is not as strong as the one below, and so that's why this one below would need a lot more of... Now look at the power of this right now. This is this one. spot and spot. This has 400 watts. This is just 40 watts, which change over time up to no, okay, it's very low. Ah, so that's why. So this is too strong. It doesn't matter, all this happens there. Could be a proof of concept also, but this is like uselessly strong for spotlight. Maybe we can give it 100, 120. It's already good size. Then we can play with that. Yeah. So let's copy here and so we cannot have all these watts for this stuff, and so apparently here, if I just, okay, I'm not gonna do the experiment again, right? Totally, at least. So what I'm gonna do is just get this, and yeah, I need to have this thing closed, but I'll do this in a much simpler way, folks. Just like extrude here, then extrude X, there we go. And no, we still have fierce interpenetrations. That could be other settings that I'm not aware of. Yeah, the setting is not complete, right? Because yeah, so too annoying, but it's interpenetrating both ways. So never mind. It likes need a block. I see. It sort of needs a block to stop the crazy interpenetrations. This means that the cube is receiving light here. So if I create a new object here, but I scale this down, like make a wall here, I cannot see if this is having any effect. No, this doesn't seem to be enough to block the lighting, even though this is completely locked cube. So so another possibility is to compare this with this. Specular, less specular, size, their size is similar, but this has less specular. Now specular don't affect really much. So the radius is too large. Could be the radius compared to this. Oh yeah, okay, I remembered this setting. So maybe it's the radius, folks. Okay, so it means, okay, the time of the true nothing. All right. Is this really the light that would be causing this? Yes, it would be. Or is it possible that this light is also responsible? No. Yes, indeed, it's this one. So it's not the radio, the size, they are equivalent. Blending. So this has less blending, but doesn't do anything. Scaling up and down don't seem to affect. So size, if we size this, yeah, we can. There's a shadow problem. What does the area does that too? Interpenetrations. Yeah, fiercely. The point. Yeah, so it's something about all the lights apparently. So this is like tragical. If I, at least in EV, I have no idea then. So custom distance. What is this? Distance at which the light influence will be set to 0. Ah, maybe. Custom distance. We can play with that. So to avoid certain disasters. So for example, this custom distance could be like we don't need all that, right? This one could be just 3 meters. Very important, this one. Okay, we found out this could be a little more, maybe 5 meters. Although this could create an effect of lighting some strange spots, strange blinking. No, not really, because yeah, technically something could happen, but let's continue seeing if we can do anything here. Custom distance or something, spot shape. Okay, size, we already addressed that, and we saw that the size don't really matter that much, because then without size we just don't have, yeah, we lose the quality of this stuff, right? It's not the case that we show cone. This is just for organization. Then shadow, clip start. Okay, this was the flickering madness, but we turned it off. Let's make some tests here. What about, yeah, here we go again. Contact shadows. Oh yes, no, actually doesn't do anything for okay, so this was the idea that the other person gave. Of course, you get shadows, and then we have contact shadow. This will eliminate at least one of the but we're still having lights here, so this is crazy, right? It hides the shadows here, but not on, it continues actually. And the problem is that we have all stuff activated. We need to drive this feature maybe. Our rise will be flickering lights everywhere, at least some of them. The larger one if it's spot. Okay, I see some idea. Maybe we can have this enabled for except for certain lights that are too large, not precise as these ones. These larger ones we should be careful and perhaps not use. This is actually a point. Does it create the same problematic here? Yes. So it's not just the so it was not something only about the spotlight. Actually the point light also creates this stuff. Just turn off shadows. Or maybe if I change that, but this will be like not having them, I think. Yeah, this is like having nothing, but at least we can have the contact shadows and avoid the craziness. So contact shadows apparently is important, but then the light continues. This means that distance bias, thickness, okay, thickness of the contact shadow seems to be useful for something. Bias, as explained there, but this doesn't. And distance, maybe with a combination of those things. Yeah, then we have this jittering effect. But it is true that we were able to, yeah, then other crazy stuff appear. This because of the effect of these things, I guess, or not. Yeah, what I'm starting to find out is that this thing is very, very complicated. Of course, there are handy solutions, right, to know, but looks like, to me, this is very, very complicated. It looks like looks like wave painting for someone that comes from rigging. Like, not whatever I do, nothing seems to be reliable enough. Bad story here for EV. My use of it, at least. Because how am I going to use these lamps in complex scenery if I keep getting those interpenetrations, right? I need to research into that because yeah, that is devastating. Alright, let's get our lighting. So maybe I try to focus on this later, right? I try to ignore that. It's not like everything is over, because what I could do is cheat, like from one ambience to the other. I could have those ambience rendered in different scenes, so it's not like we need to keep to solve those things. And anyways, yeah, that's it. I'm thinking we can have the whole scene here, but then we can have linked the mesh, the objects all linked to different scenes, so we never render the scenes like in a continuum. So there we won't have influence from on light of another area to a lower area or vice versa. So this could be a solution, easy, tricky solution that to get around that. So let's make, where's the light here? So there's the point light, no, not this one. Launch global cyan, what is this doing there? I want it here, alright. Okay, so this one is right at the middle, and get off shadow, and let's start to get this. Now custom distance start to be useful. For example, we don't want this to affect. This could clip the light, right? No, it gets a smooth development. So okay, so this is a way to solve this. Okay, let's give it something like that. All right. Alright, I think we don't need this cube here for now. Let's also make something here because, yeah, no, let's get a lights object here because sunlight, because we want to have this starlight at this point, not like that, right? So the color of the light, I don't know, something like that, and strength, of course. Now let's get a white color for now. So it doesn't matter here, the rotation here matters. And here I don't know, let's get a reset here. Yeah, it's coming from, no, it's coming from the, slightly to the left. Alright, so let's get here. dark sun, it doesn't do nothing. It doesn't work that way. Right, so maybe just some okay brightness. The materials, they are very bad, right? This floor here, all of that. Yeah, let's start to model this thing. If you give me a minute to take a pause, and then we go back into the modeling stuff. And yeah, there are many things to address at this point. Of course, we are not seeing everything at this point. Nor from this. But of course, if we Alright, so we made the sun. This will be like... where's the sun? So this is starlight. White. And this... just light, that's fine. If they can go below the collection, that's fine. If it above, I mean. Alright, then just to give some generic brightness, can perhaps change here to something more neutral, in between, I mean. Okay, this is nice. Then deck lights, no, lounge lights we are working with. Okay, why am I doing this? Let's go directly to the... This is the only light I was... No, I was interested in making some other stuff here. So let's duplicate this one. Even though I haven't fixed this place, this geometry for all that, I want to explore already start making some lights from this part here, like from my last idea, the lights coming from some panels here, like so, inwards. Instead of this outwards one. So that would be like... Yeah, so here I'm not sure which kind of lights I would like to. Maybe this would be hot, yeah, something hotter than spot. Yes, then the problem is of course the power of this. For some reason I'm not seeing interpenetrations here too much. For this one is the same there. Okay, I'm seeing the interpreter. So here it will be something like that, but some... Maybe we need more of this, right? Yeah, one for... Let's starting like one for each window, maybe. Then this power, of course, you can leave it maybe 200. Then here what we want is, yeah, radius, distance, custom distance, yeah, so here maybe this requires, you know, 7 meters. Size, that, yeah, that makes a difference, yeah, that's cool. Okay, let's get like this, and then show cone, no, radius, and I'm missing something, so shadows, will not care about this right now. Radius will just eliminate. I feel like I'm missing something. Maybe it's not yellowish enough. No, it is. It needs to be somewhat subtle also. Alright, then I think this one is the distance, right? Does this scale change anything? No. Scale Y changes. What does this change in terms of... This is bizarre because I don't see any change to the settings themselves. Alright, let's pick this, then here we're gonna do again. And do again. So I have these warmer spots of light coming from as you approach in the corners. Not sure that, and there's some small degree of, yeah, so yeah, wall on the wall is cool too. That is debatable if that should be this light or something else, right? It's also that has some, the light is more in the sun, not glued to the wall, right? So let's get this lounge spot yellow, left, yeah, yellow 1, yellow 2, and yellow 3. Okay, and then of course we can, yeah, probably I'll be using this, so I'm gonna shift D, control objects. Yes, find replace point L to point R, and alright, they didn't work. Oh, I've selected everything. No, okay, I don't know why they... Okay, of course, the shift D created these 00 numbers, of course. Huh. Annoying thing. So at least we can change this, but then they'll have to strip down those things. We'll do that manually after we make an inversion here. Mirror global X, and then yes, we can start to... This is hard to strip manually because mainly because I already have a number there. Alright, so we are getting this place a little more interesting, but there's a lot that is still required. And the next thing probably that, yeah, give me some time. We played the soundtrack. I need a quick pause here, maybe some 10 minutes, and then we'll go back. Actually, folks, I'll end the stream and go back. It'll be better. Yeah, so thanks for watching, folks. Hope this was inspiring. We're keeping developing good notions here by excessive work, but that's interesting, and so I'm learning a lot. If with all these skills combined, eventually you'll be getting great in all this interior sci-fi interiors building for stylized rig of stylized solution. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope we'll see you soon, and take care. Happy blending.